So Rick and Morty travel from dimension to dimension, and sometimes they bring along an extra member of the family. And this time they brought back, Morty brings his dad, Jerry. And it turns out that throughout the multiverse, throughout all the Rick and Mortys traveling through the multiverse, sometimes they forget their Jerrys. They forget their fathers in some dimension that they visited. And what happens is, what they didn't explain in this episode is how the evil Jerry, who had the shortcut back to their original dimensions, how was he able to make all that? How was he able to make the shortcut? How was he able to find the connections to the dimensions where the Jerrys belonged to? Right? This show is timey-wimey, but that's what makes it funny. Are all these little intricacies that the sci-fi movies or sci-fi shows don't explain. This show explains the wacky explanations behind what those movies and shows don't explain in the plot of the movie. But in this episode, they don't explain how the antagonist, Jerry, the bad Jerry has that shortcut to the dimensions where the Jerrys belong to. I know it sounds confusing when I'm talking about it, but when you watch the episode, it's the Jerry that looks like with the leather jacket and the quote-unquote cool version of himself. But what's funny is when he takes out the gun and he starts shooting at Rick and Morty and everybody else in the dimension thing. I like how they beat the cool Jerry here. Hilarious episode. I've been watching season 8 of Rick and Morty. I'm going to go back and review episodes 1 through 7 because we only have 2 episodes left of the season. And I can't recommend it enough. It's still as funny as the other seasons. And I actually think I like this season better than season 7. So anyways, good episode.